So here we go again. This time I'm on a team with another laner. He is Crystal. Our jungler is Weapon, and I'm Weapon. But they have Saw. By Jesus, I hate Saw. You can't take him alone. Not at least with the character I use. But my overall strategy was to push a little bit. Not push too much, because our jungler is Taka, and he's up against Glaive, who, if both players are equally skilled, Glaive is probably a little bit better in the jungle. Or probably much better. Didn't want to die too much. Wanted to be able to help him if I needed to. But he seems to be doing fine so far. There's Glaive. He's very weak for his first run into the jungle, but okay. Here we're doing. So, normally Rona is scary, but Rona is usually played in the jungle. She's starting out in the lane. Maybe that's the way they called their team, because they knew they had Glaive. Glaive wasn't very brave. Glaive. Totally should have rooted there. So we were the first to do damage to the turret, but neither of our heroes are ever going to do as much damage as Saw, unless we have way more of the farm. One of the tricky things about having two laners is making sure there's enough gold for both. It's hard to do, but it's hard to do it without being selfish, you know. But both players should put focus on the minions as opposed to the kills, I think, at least early. Get as many last hits as possible. If both players are equally selfish, then both players should end up with the same amount of gold. Who's talking to you? Rona came very far. Hopefully that's a kill. This is good of Reza to come in and help, but he could have been more proactive. Checking the bushes, but no one was there. Where have they gone? Good escape, Taka. What can I say? He knew he was gonna die, but he took a turret on his own. I think that was a good play by Saw. This early, the respawn is very quick, so deaths don't really matter this early. Later in the game, I would have thought that would have been a bad play. Good job, Taco. Here goes this Saw again. Just pushing turret. As far as I'm concerned, there's no better hero in the game for pushing turret. And I cannot kill him on my own. You can manage to get him. Oh, jeez. Jeez, he did well to get away. I'm signaling right now that he's behind me, but Taka's not really paying attention. But I think Taka saves me here. I think it's a bit too late for me, but at least I get him. It's alright. Always try to pay attention to the yellow pings, especially when they're close to you. Taka could have gotten us both without me out of there alive, and him with a lot more health than he has right now. All for the sake of killing that health Trent, when he had pretty much full health anyway. Probably should have given chase there. I wish he wasn't just chilling out right there, but what do you do? Very aggressive here by Rona. Hopefully it cost her life, or else I'd be a fucking useless player if I didn't kill her there. Fucking Saw again. I don't blame Taka for dying there. Saw is just a bitch. I don't mind strong characters, I just wish they weren't so fucking easy to use. I don't mind easy characters, but they shouldn't be the ones that do the most damage either. Well, we got a turret back, and good man, you survived. Well done. Not attacking Saw, but attacking the minions, not so much for gold, but for when he gets to the turret, because I know that this Saw, and most Saws, just want to push turret. It's what they're best for. That the turret will most likely target him, as opposed to minions. So as opposed to attacking Saw, attack the minions, because Saw's just going to kill you. It's too dangerous to go for Saw there. Can't really kill any of these guys because they have a minion wave in front. Nice kill. If I was a good player, I would have noticed by now that all three enemies are building weapon power. But I haven't noticed that yet. I normally don't expect that. Not at this, not, I don't know, it's rare. That was very defensive. I could have been a bit more aggressive with that. Just going back to the turret we still have. It's pointless trying to hold this position, because that's gone. At this point in the match, it's still very close, even though it's 10-5. The gold should be about the same. And the turrets are... well, they're pushing better than we are. I'm not going to bitch about Saw anymore. Just... it is what it is. You have to counter it. It was a nice little battle. So now we're leading in turrets, which is not what a team that has Saw on it wants to be doing. But, so we have it. So far, this is the best counter I can find to Saw's. Wait till his spin up is all the way up. At least for Skye. Or with Skye. And make sure you have a teammate when you do it. Target lock him. And drop your ult on him. Hopefully, between yourself and your teammate, you can do some damage to him. But you really can never get too close if he's got full health. But really just try to focus on him. Because he's just does the most damage to your turrets, and also you. Once you get him down, once you get him low on health, he's easy to kill. This Taka played very well. He's doing the right thing. Getting his health and gold and experience. That's what you do when you're weak and you're the jungler. Now, I didn't get a single gold miner this whole match. But we only have one jungler, so it's not to be expected. It's very aggressive. That was a good play. Just do some damage to Saw and get away alive. Now Saw's at half health. Any Taka players, it's a good play. Don't try and kill him. Just make sure he has to... oh jeez, it went for him. But just putting him down half health is almost as good as killing him, especially early, because he has to go through all the time of finding a safe place to recall. And then he has to come all the way back, so I mean respawns aren't that long at this time, so just getting him down to half health and surviving is better than killing him and you dying. I think. Got that Crystal Sentry by chance. I like the way this Taka played. And it was good of him to let me get this health, because they can see I'm lowest on health here. So that was a good team play by my teammates here. So good job, guys. They are pushing, and we are waiting way too long to answer. I followed Taka. If you're the weakest or the squishiest player, let the stronger player, which is usually the melee player, take the lead. If Saw targeted me first, I'd have been dead. Okay, I'm the lone survivor here. Kill as many of these minions as I can, but it wasn't enough. Glaive has a ton of health, and Saw does a ton of damage, so between the two of them there's not much I could do on my own. Just stay alive and do what you can. Attacking him directly would have been suicide, and there would have been no gain. Always try to avoid the ace. By holding back, we get a kill on Saw, and he got nothing more than the one turret. If I had went in, they might have gotten two. What are they doing over here? Farming like they should. This was not a bad enemy team. I know it's 17-8, but kills don't tell the whole story, you know. As some players say, stats are nothing, wins are everything. And if you look at the stats, we're both losing. We've both lost 2 turrets, and no one got a gold miner, so gold should not be that big of a difference in this match. So at this point, I still would consider this to be an even match. I could have done more to protect him there, in fairness. I think I was signaling Taka not to go for it, because I don't think he realized I had attacked it by accident. Where are they? We're all interested in this Kraken. That team knows, well, probably thinks they need it more than they do because of the scoreline. That was a good play. I stunned him and Taka went for the kill. That's how you get Saw. Don't try to do it alone. Unless you're a better player. Skill being equal, don't attack Saw alone. I was pretty aggressive here. I decided to go for it because I've seen this huge minion wave we have, so I know they're going to be slowed at this point. And Saw, who's their biggest threat, is, well, only just came back alive, so I knew they had no chance of getting it. And we got our Kraken. Very aggressive by Reza not to wait for the Kraken, but that's okay. He got away alive. It's always good to get an infusion, either when your team or the enemy team has the Kraken, because you know you're going to get into a big fight at some stage. Even if you're very close to an important item, it's probably worth it. I've lost both my teammates, so I just want to get the hell out of here alive. For the main, not that I mind dying, but there's no point in giving up an ace. The Kraken's going to do what it's going to do anyway. It only has not much health, so going for a kill there and dying, it just wasn't necessary. Instead, get gold, which helps your team, get experience, which helps yourself, and along the way, recharge your health by killing these guys. After a Kraken, you should be able to get 3 of them. I went a little aggressive here, went for gold, and my jungle clear is pretty slow with weapon power, but you can still do it. I got very scared here when I seen these guys going past, but they didn't notice me. I was happy about that. I didn't expect them to come out that fast, but hey. All 3 of them are coming. Taka's jungling. I don't really think that's the best time to jungle Taka when there's 3 of them up here, but let's see what happens. Well, Reza's fucked. I'm not a really great player, but I think they see my score and they're afraid of me. If I was them, I would have just tried to kill me there. But what to do? Just talking. He did a good thing there because it broke them up. They probably were going to go for a Kraken there. Has the Kraken respawned? Not sure. No. Oh. If it hasn't respawned yet, it's not too far away from respawning. I lost Talk again. Again, I'm the only survivor. So again, I think this time I tried to steal a Kraken and I was unsuccessful. But I didn't have much of a choice. No, it might have been the next time. Here they go, they're going for the Kraken. Did we get it this time? Would have been nice if we did. I don't remember. Got a kill anyway. Well, they all ran away, which, I don't know, it's basically giving up on the Kraken. Not a great play by Glaive. 2 straight Krakens is usually game over. Even if you don't win at that time, it's 3 Krakens is if you get 3 Krakens you don't win. It's because you're a bunch of idiots. If you get 2, you really should win. I don't think this Kraken got too far. Something happened in this battle. Here, I'm just trying to slow them down so Taka can get away. I'm signaling to fall back. They have more health than us, and do forgive me for always being afraid of Saw. You don't have to be a good player to be good with Saw. That's nothing against Super Evil Megacorp, but that's just the way it is. Focus on... Did we get it? Only way I can kill him is with a partner, and Taka did a great job by knocking him down in health. Taka was a good man as well to buy a support item for his team. Alright, Rona's too far away, so go for this Glaive, who's one of the slower characters. Ah, Jesus. That was almost too easy. It's hard to brag about that one. This Rona did a good job by keeping us away. If I was on her team, I would have given her a big thumbs up here. Fuck. Might have been cowardice of me, but I don't think there was any point in trying to save Taka there. I just got health for myself. I think this was kind of a turning point in the game. I did my best to steal this. Anyone watching, if you think I could have done better, I'm open to all advice. I have enough health. I used everything I had. It wasn't enough. Thought I timed it well, but what to do? Can't win them all. I was happy just to get out of this alive. I really think Glaive could have killed me there if he wanted to, with Rona behind him. Sometimes it's just good to have a good score. It's nice when the enemy fears you. There's Saw gone, their most dangerous turret push. Even more dangerous than a Kraken, if you ask me. I think if Saw had held back, they might have won the game right there and went with the Kraken as opposed to before it, but thank God it doesn't do much damage. I think that skill gets more credit than it deserves. Maybe it's better at higher tiers than mine, but I'm not too impressed by it. I do have a metal jacket though, because the entire team is weapon power, as I had said. The entire enemy. Not a very impressive Glaive. 207. think Reza did really well to do all this on it by his own. I was happy enough to wait for the Kraken. If we pushed, we probably could have won here. I think we probably let this Reza player down. Maybe not with a Crystal Sentry and everything coming out at the same time. But he killed that and he came back to us. And we're nearly done killing this Kraken. I think we all gave this guy thumbs up for staying right here, because they have... I'm pretty sure Rona, and I know Glaive can get to the... Also, they have 3 characters that can jump this wall right here and get to our crystal pretty much undetected. So that's a good play by him staying there. We just stay behind the Kraken, let it get all the enemy's attention. I wasn't really interested in kills here, just wanted the crystal, just wanted to end this one. 35-minute match. I think the enemy played better than their score would tell you. I enjoyed it. Cheers.